Hi everyone, this is my Vanda Tessellata, which never fails to bloom for me. I have also put some cocoa husks, the inside parts of the husk, onto the roots so it can retain some more moisture for a longer period when it rains. I did this because we have been having some dry spells of rain. I'll get to that again in a few minutes, why and what you should do and what happens to your Hoyas when dry spells happen. But as an epiphyte, I'm showing you my Tessellata because I am growing two types of epiphytes, which are Hoyas and orchids. This is my Hoya beauty, and look at the new leaves. There are so many new leaves and new shoots, right, which has already matured after the trimming. And I also want to show you the two new vines which are starting from this node, but the leaf is getting absorbed. All its nutrition is getting absorbed, and this happens when there is not enough water or nutrition in the pot. As you can see, this is going in leca, and it's a semi-hydro grow setup and topped with pebbles. This is my Hoya lambi, and you can see when the leaf gets bigger, the leaf plops down until it gets hardened. Then it'll, get a little bit upwards like the matured leaves. And this is my Hoya Care, which has a new leaf. This is my Glabra Schlechter, which also has a brand new leaf. This is my Hoya Merrill, which gave me two new bigger leaves than the ones before. From the second shelf, my Moon Shadow has 3 new leaves, 1 hardened and 2 new ones on the way. My Hoya Memoria also has a new leaf, and my Hoya Finlaysonii has a new leaf over to that corner, and the new leaf on this Hoya has been eaten by some snail. The 2 new leaves of my Hoya Obovata also had the same fate. Coming to my Hoya acuta and Hoya quinquenervia, Hoya acuta is in lava rock and charcoal, and the Hoya quinquenervia is also in the same media but in a semi-hydro setup, where there is a reservoir at the bottom of the pot always. I'll come back to that. I further want to show you that my Hoya elliptica has new leaves and new vines, as well as my Hoya carnosa. The more I gave it water, the more greener it became. I can never give my Hoya carnosa enough fertilizer because it's a humongous vine, which I totally neglected and brought back to life, and it's doing better than ever before. But here, if I want to see further blooms in this, I need to expose this to a lot of light and give it a lot of water also. With low amounts of fertilizer, Hoya carnosa can thrive, and this was the start of many hybridization all over the globe. As the second part of my video, let's discuss how my Hoya Natalie is performing after the restart. As you can see, among the many cuttings in this communal pot, there's one yellow leaf. And that yellow leaf is one of the oldest leaves that the Hoya Natalie had. This is totally natural and perfectly alright. You do not need to panic. Most older leaves can get absorbed when the cutting or the plant is trying to reroot or get used to the new media. This is also a sign that you need to be on top of your fertilizer game. If the rooting cutting or the root bulb does not have enough energy to grab on to the new media and settle itself in the pot, they will absorb the energy of the nearby structures. Still, missing one leaf is no reason for panic. You just have to amp up your fertilizing game and keep up with the 10-52-10 or a high phosphorus fertilizer that you can get from the market, and spray it every 5 to 7 days depending on how you want to spray it. And after you spray it 3 times, you can go back to your normal fertilizer. A communal potting or a single node cutting rooting, you have to first try to get a very healthy root system. That is what is needed and what will be provided from a 10-52-10, in my opinion. Once you get a good root system, you do not need to worry, because if you are keeping it away from fungal diseases and pests, even with less fertilizer but with regular watering, your plant will survive. When we are growing outside, we cannot control the elements, but when you are growing inside, you can control the water and the lighting and the air movement that you provide. Keeping all that in mind, you need to become successful in your endeavor, which is your Hoya to succeed in your current environment. But if you neglect your care, there will be a downfall, like I discovered after moving 3 times. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again in another video. Bye everyone.